Cabin Fever, 10 reasons why you need to take your first cruise. Let's get it. Hey, my name is Rome, and this is Cabin Fever. Yeah, I just lit a cigar, relit, and I'm sipping on Japanese whiskey. I also sip bourbon, for the record. And this video will hopefully serve two purposes. One, to introduce you to my channel and myself, and two, to give you the top 10 reasons why you need to take your first cruise. This is gonna be hopefully the introductory video to my channel, and I had to do it today because I've been striving for perfection, but perfection is the cousin of procrastination. It's never good enough. I need a better mic. I need a better set. I need to get my skin clearer. I need to lose some weight. I need a million reasons why I couldn't start and just make the vlog. So I decided today that I'm doing the vlog. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, start to finish. I might throw some edits in, I might not, because I'm not great at editing yet. But I will hopefully be informative, somewhat entertaining maybe. But the intention of my channel will be primarily to introduce people who have never cruised before to cruising. Why? Because it's something that I discovered in 2009, and I've been hooked ever since, and it makes me happy, and I like to make other people happy. That C-19 forced people into situations where they may have had to find alternative means of income. Some people were able to work during that time, some people weren't, but it might have forced you into a place where you were like, yo, I gotta do something. And it was good in that sense for some people. So for me, this is something I always wanted to do, and in part of my journeys in life, and the site may get philosophical sometimes. I'll try not to be too and go off on tangents all the time, but when the spirit moves me to say something, I'm gonna say. I'm at this point in my life where I want to do what I love. What I love is music, but I also love cruising, and there's gonna be a way for me to incorporate all those things and hopefully make a living. I will be starting my travel agency. It's pretty much already started. I'm finalizing a couple of things. It will be cabinfeverbooking.com. Domain is reserved. The website is not done yet, but I'll have other videos to show when it's time to get that popping. But I do have some plugs, and I want to be your cigar, whiskey, cruise plug. I'll be able to get you some good deals, you know what I mean? I linked up with a couple of people who are going to be able to make it possible for me to share that with you. So sometimes you just have to jump out the window. Like I said, I'm not the best at editing. My set is not perfect, but I was determined to get this vlog done today, and I give you this advice. It's never going to be perfect. The planets are not going to align all the time. You got to jump out the window sometimes and do what you do. All right? So without further ado, let's get to my top 10 reasons why you should take your first cruise. No script, but I do have some notes because I had a bunch of things spinning around in my head, and I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss any of the points. Number one is simple, trying something new, and that's a life lesson. You got to try new things. You're only here once, and you don't want to die and be on your deathbed saying, man, I really wish I had done this. I really wish I had tried that, blah, 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 blah. I didn't want to take a cruise because I used to see the cruise ships downtown and be like, nah, that's too big to be on the water. Nah. Somebody talked me into it in 2009, and thank God I went on my first cruise and got hooked. I love it so much that I go down to the cruise ports. I'm in Manhattan, that's why you're gonna hear some noise here and there, unfortunately, fire trucks, ambulance, police cars, whatever. But I go down to the cruise port in Manhattan on Sundays because Norwegian leaves from there. I've taken several cruises from that port. And I park the truck, I light a cigar, and I watch people embark on the cruise ship. I watch people get ready, drop their bags off, get online, do whatever. And just the energy from seeing people on cruise day, just the energy of seeing people on cruise day translates. I get goosebumps thinking about it when I say cruise day. I like to watch people because the kids are happy, the adults are happy, it's the first day, we're getting on. It's a wonderful thing, man. I'm telling you, once you go on a cruise, you're gonna be hooked, you're gonna catch that cabin fever, and you're gonna try to always be booked. All right, so something new, point number one. Point number two, in terms of travel in general, cruising is extremely affordable. A lot of people think it's not, which may be one of the prime deterrents for why people don't go on cruises, because they think they can't afford it. Not true. Of course, the scale ranges. You can have cruises that cost $20,000 on smaller ships, exclusive, high luxury, but they can also start at $200, which is where you might need to start there, for not only for your budget reasons, but for experience reasons. A long cruise, a 7-day, 12-day, that might be a little bit too much for your first cruise. You know, you don't want to be overwhelmed. You want to just experience the situation, jump on, feel what it's like, see how you're going, you know, see how it's going to work out for you. And a little 4-day, 3 nights, maybe 5 days. You know, they even have cruises that I think are like 2 nights, you know, like they call them booze cruises. Carnival has a lot of them where you just jump on and they go out, and sometimes they have cruises to nowhere. The ship goes out, you don't even have a destination, you just go out and cruise. But it's a nice way to get the feel of it, see what it's like, you know, and get the experience and catch the fever. It can be cheap, it can get expensive. You know, I'm gonna do other vlogs to show how to do it budget friendly, cost effective, how to save money on things that could end up costing a lot of money on the cruise. You can go on a cruise and actually spend more money on drinks than you did on the cruise. It happens, trust and believe. But then they have drink packages. You have to determine whether the drink package is worth the money for you, depending on how much you drink or whatever. But you know, you can pay for all the food is included, you know, so which brings up the comparison between going to a resort and going on a cruise. All the food is included, and regular beverages, juices, water, fountain water, or whatever. But you can also pay, you know, like I said, for a drink package, you get extra. Or even when it comes to dining, you can enhance your experience. Cruise lines are specializing in enhancing the dining experiences and creating all types of fantastic restaurants, which they are categorized as specialty dining. So you pay a little bit more for it, but it's not a lot. Like you can go to a steakhouse for $39 and get a 5-course meal that would have cost you easily $250 if you know you're dining with 2 people in a steakhouse, if you go in Manhattan or whatever. So it's still a good bang for the buck, no matter what. But if you don't want to do that and you just want to eat in the main dining rooms, you can do that. I'll get to food later. That's another point. Point number 3. It's a great way to sample destinations, travel destinations, especially the Caribbean. You can choose an itinerary that includes a place that you always wanted to go. Say Aruba was always on your bucket list. You find that itinerary. You know, they're categorized in different areas: Southern Caribbean, Western Caribbean, and you can find an itinerary where you can go to an island that you've been dying to go to for a long time and experience that without, you know, going crazy financially. Like for us, I went on a couple of cruises where St. Martin was the port, and I fell in love with St. Martin. Specifically a hotel called the Highland House, where we can sit outside. It's like the front cool out area for the hotel, but when you get off at that port, you're welcome to walk that along the beach, and there's a whole bunch of places, hotels and restaurants and blah 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 on the cruise board, and sit down there and order drinks. We had to have some wings, order drinks, that could smoke a cigar out there. I fell so much in love with it that we ultimately ended up booking a week at Highland House flew to St. Martin, touched down, boom, stayed there for, you know what I'm saying, 6-7 days and chill. So it's a good opportunity to do something like that. Other destinations, say European cruises. You have a desire, you know, your bucket list includes Paris, Greece, Egypt. Those type of destinations, you can find them. You can find cruises that will go there. But personally, destinations like that, for me, take more than a day. When you go on a cruise port, generally it's gonna be get off the ship at 8 in the morning, be back on the ship by 3:30, 4 o'clock. So that's enough time to go shopping, go eat, lounge on the beach, do some excursions, do whatever. But places like Egypt, Greece, you can't do Paris in the night. You can't. You can't fully. You know what I mean? So places like that, you might want to go and stay for a while so you can get the full experience, especially the nightlife and things of that nature. Museums, blah, blah, blah. But still, a cruise is a great opportunity to touch down in those places for a minute and say, yo, I love Greece. I gotta come back here. I gotta come back here. There are itineraries that include overnight stays. Like Norwegian has a 7-day cruise out of New York that is on the water for 2 days at sea, and then it does 3 days in the Bahamas. So you can get off the ship and be there at night, experience the nightlife, go to the clubs, go to the bars, have dinner, do whatever, get back on the ship, get up the next day and do the beach day and do whatever, and you know, you get to experience, you have some time, more time at the port to do your thing. So like I said, you'll be able to find itineraries that will fit your needs, get in where you fit in. Number 4 is gonna be the opportunity, it kind of ties in, to take tours in historic or scenic excursions, learn the cultures of the different places that you go to. You'll be able to do things on once-in-a-lifetime experiences. Go to swim with the dolphins, rainforests, caves, take pictures with stingrays and exotic animals, parrots, monkeys. One of my favorite pictures is I got to take a picture with a lion cub. Where else you gonna get to do that? And it's just a beautiful thing. Or you might be the more active type, where you like to do things that are you know, rigorous, and you want to go jet skiing, you want to go hiking, you want to go parasailing, you want to zip line, you want to go off-roading, four-wheeling. You can find those excursions, you can find those ports that do those things. I guarantee you that if you do the research, you're gonna find some place that has those things that you want to do. All right, so you know, whatever, hiking, nature trails, marlin fishing, you're gonna be able to find an excursion that's gonna fit your deal. Number 5, this is for foodies. If you love to eat, a cruise, like I said, you can have specialty dining, where you can pay a little bit extra to go to specific restaurants on the ship. The larger ships generally will have more of a selection of specialty dining, steakhouses, Japanese hibachi, Italian, Indian, Asian fusion, all types of selections. You pay a little bit more. You can just book one of those for one night, or you can get a discount by booking 3 or 4 for your whole cruise, you know, and just have that specialty dining. But bear in mind that there's always the free food, the buffets, the dining room, where you can potentially say they have seafood night and they have lobster tails. You can do 2, no problem. Order what you want, 3, 7, whatever, if you want to go nuts. Also, you ever been to a restaurant where you're hungry and the whole menu looks good, and you're like, oh man, I really want this grilled salmon, but I'm really in the mood for that serious ribeye steak? Order both. Yeah, you can order both. Don't worry about what people think about you. Tell them to mind their business, and you mind your business. Do what you want to do, and they will cater to you. You can try both. You can try both. The food is unlimited. You go to the buffet, you can go nuts. You can go nuts. Seafood, fruit, steak, carved meats, chicken, baked chicken, chicken fingers, fried fish, steamed shrimp, a multitude of salad bar to make the craziest salad you ever made in your life. And it's all included. It's all included, which helps so that you can take off the financial burden on vacation sometimes. If you want to, you pay for that cruise. The only exception is the gratuities. You can pay the gratuities before you get on if you want, or you can decide to do it later. But the point being you can financially balance the whole situation so that when you get on the cruise, you're not worried about money. You know what you can spend, you know what your pocket is, and you know what it's not. So, but be careful with that cruise card, because you can get on the cruise. I remember my first cruise, I had my, you know, they call it a GISSEL pass or whatever. You don't really spend cash on the ship. You get a card and you link that card to your checking account or to another credit card or whatever, and that's what you use on the ship. So my first cruise, I'm feeling like a baller, you know, I'm having such a good time. I had a couple of drinks. You meet a couple of people. Hey, yeah, this is my man and his wife. They give me a round of what I'm drinking and give them a round too. Yeah. Oh, you want another one? No problem. Come on, I got it. You buying drinks and 1 night, 2 nights, 3 nights, and then you go in your cabin and you look on the TV and they have a thing where you can check your account balance. You might be in for a rude awakening. Don't ruin your cruise, bro, with that card. It's like your ATM card. Sometimes you swipe your ATM, just go get money. It's like it's free money. It's like it's unlimited, but you need to know what your limit is. And you see that bill, and you realize that within 3 days you have spent $300, $400, $500, $700. I'm not exaggerating, on alcohol. And now you're stressed out. Now you're stressed out because, oh man, why did I spend all that money? Now you might blow the vibe of your whole cruise because you spend so much money, or you might end up having to wash dishes or something. Anyway, be careful with that. Be careful with that. Spending money on the cruise. That's a whole nother vlog. I'll get into that. For number 6, we're gonna go to shopping. If you're a shopaholic, a cruise is a great place to shop. Not only on the ship, but at the port. On the ship, most ships will have a little area, sometimes a dedicated area in midship, where you can, where they'll have a range of things to buy. Anything from small trinkets, keychains, you know, magnets, whatever, all the way up to designer stores where you have, you know, fashion, high-end jewelry, alcohol, and it's duty-free on the ship, so you can get some serious deals on alcohol. If you are, you know, you want that Johnny Walker Blue that's usually $220, $200 or whatever in the liquor store at home, you might find it on there for $179, $150, you know, whatever, and you can buy that liquor and you know, save some dough. You won't be able to buy the liquor on the ship and they won't just give it to you. When you buy liquor on the ship, they give it to you the last night of the cruise. So don't think you're gonna go on the ship the first night, buy your Johnny Walker, buy your bourbon, buy whatever, and then bring it to your room. That's not how it works. But you can get a good deal on liquor that you can take home with. And then they have little sales, you know, they'll announce today at 10 o'clock on deck 7, $10 watches, 2 o'clock, and whatever, people will meet there and they line up and they have a huge long table with a whole bunch of watches or shades or pocketbooks for ladies, and it's fun. It's fun. If you shopping is your thing, that's what's going to happen on the ship. Or at the ports. Back to jewelry, like a lot of lines, Royal Caribbean has an exclusive deal with Diamonds Internationals. When you get up at the port, Royal Caribbean may give you a little card or pass that gives you a discount when you get to Diamonds International. Sometimes it's free trinkets, FEs, you know, just jewelry in general. Some ports, diamonds are cheaper in some ports. So you might get a really good deal on an engagement ring. Wait till you get on the cruise ship to go get that engagement ring, or just get your little bling for whatever you want to do for whenever. But you know, do your research. Be careful. Just because you're out there, don't think that everything is a deal, because it's not. It's not all the time. You know, so just, you know, be savvy. Be savvy with your shopping and how you lose the dough. Do your research before you go. See what you would pay for. You know, a certain grade of diamond. You can even go to, sometimes they'll have seminars on the cruise that'll explain the quality and characteristics of a diamond, class, clarity, size, shape, color, things of that nature. So you can be more educated in your purchase. But I would suggest doing that before you get on the ship, so that when you go there, you got it locked and loaded. You know, man, you're not gonna get anything. The quality of that diamond, it's cloudy, it's corny. I'm not paying this kind of money for that stone, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, so yeah, shopping is always cool. And when you get up at the ports, you can get your little you know, welcome to Bermuda shirt or whatever, and you know, little things like that, things to remember your ship. I used to, when I first started cruising, I used to buy an Invicta watch on every ship just to remember, excuse me, to remember that specific cruise. I stopped doing that, but anyway, these are things that you can do. Shopping is always the bomb on cruising. Number 7 is going to be the option to go with a group. Cruising is a great opportunity to go on a group vacation. Anything from like having your wedding. One of the ports on the itinerary may be Belize, and you may want to set up your wedding at Belize with beautiful turquoise water, Photoshop, you know, photo situations, and you know, get everybody on board. You want to make their gift to you may be that they all pay for their own cruise, unless you a baller and you pay for all of them to go or whatever. I don't know, I'm not in your pocket, but it's a nice situation to go on a group cruise, maybe a family reunion. You go to a family reunion, you know, instead of traveling all the way to VA, Florida, wherever, and meeting there, you want to travel with food, or somebody else is responsible, whoever's hosting. The family reunion might be responsible for a whole bunch of food, and then there's lodging, and this many people are going to stay at the house, and blah. Go on a cruise. Bring the whole family on a cruise. Get your little shirts printed up. This is the Davis family cruise, and you know, it's 10, 20, 30, 50 y'all on the cruise. It's a beautiful situation, man. It's a beautiful opportunity to take a group cruise or a girls trip, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of y'all. Dudes trip, y'all want to bounce out and get to the islands and cool out, commune with your brothers. It's a beautiful, beautiful opportunity to take a group trip, and you can I'll be able to get you plug cabinfeverbooking.com. I'll be able to get you some good deals on some group cruises where you can you know, book all the cabins and have a nice little group situation. Everybody get there and touch down and celebrate and have a good time. We'll get back to that. Also, as far as that group situation, when you're cruising with a lot of people, it eliminates having to cater to the group. You don't have to cater to the group. You're gonna find people, a cabin is like a microcosm of the whole world. So there's gonna be opportunities for you to move the way you move. Some people may wanna go to karaoke. Some people may wanna play bingo. Some people may wanna go to the art exhibition where you can also buy art. Some people may want to go to the show. They have Broadway shows, entertainment, aqua shows. Some people may wanna, you know, do whatever. Or you might wanna just chill. The point being, you can do whatever you want to do. You can go as a group, or you can separate and split up and do you. You and wifey might want to break off and have a romantic dinner, you know, on the deck, sunset, and have a steak and wine, blah, blah, blah. You can do what you want to do, or you can go, you know, be free-spirited during the day and all meet up at dinner time at the restaurant, where you can all get a table together and have dinner every night together, which is cool too. The age ranges, you know, you can go on some cruise, like a Disney cruise, obviously is going to be super children friendly, but then you have other cruise lines that have, you know, no kids, like Virgin. You know what I'm saying? They just came on the scene, relatively speaking, in comparison to the other cruise lines who have been in business since the 60s, 50s, even 40s. I don't know. Long way back. But Virgin is new, and they popped off with a different approach to it. You know what I mean? They no kids, everything is included up front, so the drink situation is done, the food situation is done, the gratuity situation is done. It's set up a little differently than your average or common cruiser of the past may be used to. So the vibe might not be for you. If you've been cruising for 30 years, it might not be for you. If you've never been on a cruise, if you're new to it, you're a millennial, you know, this might be your thing. The parties, what's that port? Bimini? Bonfires, parties at night, you know, I think it's popping. I haven't been on one yet, but I plan to book that. You know, when it first came out, I saw a lot of people's vlogs who were posting things like, oh, the Virgin got it all wrong, and mind you, some of these people hadn't even been on the ship. They saw posts that someone else put up, or saw a picture here and there, like, oh no, that's not gonna work. Come on, man, stop being corny. You know, it may be for you. For you, maybe it doesn't work. But don't deter people through your videos from having new experiences. It's not your thing. For somebody else, it might be the best cruise line. It might be exactly what they've been looking for, exactly what they needed to go on a cruise. So, you know, make the decision up to you. Do your research, watch vlogs. I'm gonna have at the end of my vlog a whole list. I may include it on this vlog. I may do it separately. But a list of people that I watch, content creators. Some of them are booking agents doing the same thing that I aspire to do, but I'm still gonna show them love because I'm not competing. We're all trying to eat, and it's love, man. I like to spread the love. I want to be cruising makes me happy. I want you to go find some place that makes you happy. And if it's through another content provider that's doing cruise vlogs, so be it. But watch these people that I point you to because they gave me tremendous. Some of them are really geared towards just entertainment, where they show you, you know, do a vlog of their cruise from start to finish, how they packed and do whatever. I have tons of footage that I have to put together for different cruises that I have taken in the past, and I'll be putting those together. And some channels are super informative when it comes to news or current daily events. Some people post every day cruise news. LaLidoLoca, my man, I hate when I do this, Jenny and Tony, I think his name is. A really good site for news, just to get information generally. Things happen. Last week, a Carnival Freedom ship had a little fire, and it was a serious fire, but nobody got hurt. They handled it. It was cool, blah, 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 blah. So you can watch and get information on what's happening in the industry, the change, especially during C-19. There's, you know, how to do it, how to go about it, what vaccinations are required, what are the ship's policies, what are the industry's policies regarding travel right now. It's good. Do that research before you go so that you don't get blindsided and be unprepared for situations that may arise on your first cruise. You don't want to get blindsided like, oh God, I didn't bring my vaccination card. I didn't bring my passport. I didn't bring, you don't want to do that. That's what hopefully my channel will be able to give you some insight on those kind of things for your first cruise. This vlog will not include things you need to do. I'll have one of those vlogs that'll say first time cruises checklist, blah, 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 or whatever. But anyway, that's that. Vacation choice. What number was that? 7? Okay, let's go to 8. 8 is gonna be find a cruise ship or a cruise line that's in sync with how you move. Different cruise lines kind of cater to a different clientele. Within a cruise ship, you can find multiple things to do. So you can be all types of people on one ship, and they will be able to satisfy all of you. Some cruises may specialize in certain vibes, and others specialize in certain other things. Carnival is known as the fun ship. So, it's upbeat, rah, rah, rah. Disney is Disney. You know what Disney is. But then you have like Princess, where your mode of travel may be a high level of luxury. It might be what you want. You might want, a butler. You might not want to be on a ship with a whole lot of people. You're going to be able to find what it is that you dig. Some ships, there's smaller ships that may have anywhere from just 1,500 or a couple of thousand people to the mega ships that will have 5,000 passengers plus another 2,000 crew or whatever. Giant ship, 20 decks. That might be your thing. That might be a little much for your first cruise maybe. Maybe you want to start with a smaller ship just to get the feel of what cruising is like and then gradually migrate to a bigger ship. Personally, I love big ships. But I dig a small ship too. I thought I wouldn't. I just came off of the Carnival Elation, which is a smaller ship, and I hadn't been on a smaller ship in a long time, so I was already like kind of on my snob tip, like, oh, they don't have this, they don't have that, it's so small, there's only this number of decks, but you know what? At the end of the day, at the end of the cruise, I had a ball. It was a little more intimate. You get to know the ship quickly, the areas. On a smaller ship, you get to see some of the same people every day, so you kind of get to know people. On a big ship, you may be on a ship and you may see a person one time and never see them again for 12 days. That's how it is, bigger ship. But again, you can do what you want. You can find what you like, and you need to experiment. Sometimes it's beneficial to find your favorite line and continue to cruise with that line so you can reach different tiers of your hierarchy on the ship. You start, you're gonna be silver. Then after 4 cruises, maybe you gold, and it goes up to platinum, or however, whatever nomenclature they use with different lines. Platinum, double platinum, pinnacle, whatever. I've been on 100 cruises. I've been on, whatever. And as you elevate at your tier levels, you get benefits. The first benefits for the first few levels are not crazy. It might be when you get from silver to gold, you might get, or emerald or whatever, you may get a bottle of wine in your cruise room, some chocolate covered strawberries, whatever. But when you get to the higher levels, you start seeing some serious benefits. All drinks included, drink packages free, excursions, included, discounts on 10% discounts on all shopping, or 10% discounts on all specialty dining or whatever. You know what I mean? So you reach those higher levels. Balcony cabin upgrades. You may book at this price but get upgraded to a balcony or whatever. And even within specific ships, you can travel the way you want to travel. You might be totally satisfied with an indoor cabin, which means no window, or the next level, which is a ocean view, which may have a little port window where you can see outside, you can't open it, whatever. And then a balcony where you can step outside on your balcony, which is, I love balconies. Some people say once you go balcony, you never go back. Maybe, but it depends on the budget. There might be, you see a deal that's just, you can't pass up. $250, it's an indoor cabin, but I gotta go. I've done those as well. But something about that balcony, when you open that door and leave it open all night, and hear the ocean while you sleep, whole nother vlog. Or there's even a higher level where you can book a suite, or like they have category, something called the Haven. The Haven is on, I think it's on Norwegian. Correct me down in the comments if I'm wrong. But the Haven is like an area where you can book. It's like on the top of the ship, and only Haven members can access that area of the cruise with their pass card. And within that area, they may have their own separate coffee situation, or dining situation, pool deck. There's a limited number of chairs, but everybody who's in the Haven, only the Haven can sit there, because sometimes if you're on a ship that's a little bit crowded, you may have to get downstairs early to the LIDO deck to be able to secure your chair by the pool side, so you can sunbathe and do whatever. You put your towel on there, hold your spot. Don't be grimy. Like, a lot of people get up at like 6 in the morning, try to put a towel on a chair and leave it there. You're not even gonna be there for another 3 hours, but you leave it there, taking that spot from somebody else because you're trying to hold it for yourself. Grimy, don't do that. Some cruise lines enforce it. They see a towel there longer than 20 minutes or an hour that nobody's there, they snatch a towel and you're out. Don't do that, man. Be beautiful when you're on a cruise. Anyway, so yeah, there's different levels of how you want to move. You know what I mean? So from the indoor cabin to the Haven, you find what's right for you, get in where you fit in. Number 8, I'm gonna say, is meeting new people. No, I think this is number 9. A cruise is a great way to meet new people, especially if you're a people person. At the casino, at the pool deck, at the multiple bars that are on the cruise. You and your wife sit down, you meet another couple, and you're from their hometown or where the cruise left from, or you grew up there but you don't live there anymore. And just cool people from all over the world. And it's just so dope how you can just socialize and have fun. And I guarantee you, and I've seen it, people meet people on cruise ships and become lifelong friends, bro. Lifelong friends. End up, like, where you guys eating tonight? Let's have dinner together, boom. Or where you guys cruising next summer? We're gonna be on, on the Oasis of the Seas. Let's book it together, let's go, let's meet. And you may have some people that you end up being friends with for 20 years, man, or the rest of your life. It's a beautiful situation to meet people. Or, even if you cruise alone, which I do often. I love to cruise with my family and my loved ones, but I also love to cruise by myself. It may sound crazy. Some people don't even some people can't even go to the movies by themselves or whatever. I love being with myself. a quote from my man in the movie Heat, Robert De Niro. I'm not alone. What is it? He says, I'm alone, I am not lonely. There's a difference. I love it. That's one of my favorite movies. If you're into movies like that, the greatest shootout scene ever at the end of Heat. Crazy. Anyway, I digress. And I will sometimes go off on a tangent. The spirit moves me to speak to say what I feel, whatever. Anyway. So, what was my point? My point was solo cruising is the bomb. Some cruise lines even specialize in catering to individuals who are cruising by themselves. At the top of the list for me is probably Norwegian. They actually have a dedicated area on some of the ships called the Studio Lounge, where everyone in that area, it's in the inner center section of the ship, so you can't get a balcony there, but you get a special key card where only you can access that area for the solo cruisers. They have their own little, like I think a little coffee spot, or some things that are only exclusive to them. I have been in one. I have a vlog that I'll include that'll show you a little bit of the Studio Lounge on Norwegian. And you can pay less. Instead of paying a double occupancy and going by yourself, you can pay a little less sometimes to book the solo situation on Norwegian. I personally, just book a balcony. I don't book the Studio Lounge. I don't book the solo. I'm sorry for the noise. I'm in Manhattan, and ambulance, fire engines, trucks, whatever. I cruise out of Manhattan. I don't know if I mentioned in the top of the cruise that I go to the cruise port and watch people cruise because it gives me goosebumps to see people just getting on the ship. I think I did anyway. But I like to book a balcony, so I may go by myself, but I still book a balcony and do me. You know what I mean? Sometimes I get work done. I write songs also, so I might want to go and write. I bring music. One time I even bought a mini studio. I bought my mic, I bought my computer, a small computer, and my audio interface, and I recorded it in my salon, because you might go to the Caribbean and get inspired, write that Afro beat, write that whatever, and I come back in the room and I record, man. So, being on a cruise by yourself is a beautiful thing. You might want to take them solo time. A lot of cruises have a quiet area that they call the solarium, maybe. Oh my gosh, man, these fire trucks are going nuts. Stand by for a second, let me close this window. Might help a little bit. So yeah, I was saying, like, Anu, stop. It's my little friend, she's protecting me. The solarium, or quiet areas on the ship where you can just go and cool out. And the solarium areas, usually it's a little, quiet area, no kids allowed. Generally, there's probably not music. If there is music, it's soft, ambient, relaxed vibe. You can sleep, you can read, meditate, do whatever. I love those solarium areas. It's a good place to tune out, turn down, unplug, chill. So a lot of ships have those areas. Some of the smaller ships may not, but some of the bigger ships have really exclusive solarium, solitary areas. It's cool. I think I'm down to number 10, the end of my list. And for number 10 is, I'm gonna call it something to look forward to. When you book your cruise, well, for me, as soon as I book that cruise, you can get a cruise app for whatever line it is. You can get a cruise app, so you have it on your phone, on your computer, whatever, and you'll have a page that has like a countdown or things to do. You need to send in your vaccination proof. You need to finish paying for the cruise. You need to book your excursions in advance, which you can do. Book your dining experiences in advance, which you can do. But for me, once you book that cruise, the countdown starts, B. I used to be at work. I used to work at Brinks, Armored Car, and people would see me in the morning and they go, "Oh, gee, how many days?" 251. Yeah. Like almost a year out, but I'm counting. I don't care. It's 250 days. Tomorrow's gonna be 249. It's about to be cruise day, baby. I got cabin fever. I'm counting down, and it gives me something to look forward to. My partner on my truck, I got on his nerves so bad. My song is what's the name of it? Margaritaville. Wasting away in Margaritaville. Nibbling on sponge cake, watching the sun bake. All of the tourists covered with all. That's my song, man. That's my cruise song. So when I get on the truck in the morning, I got my speaker there, I got my phone. Boom. Dun, 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 dun. And my partner used to be like, oh my, I hate that song, B, stop it. But I have to play it every morning to get me going, because that reminds me that coming up soon is Cruise Day. Cruise Day is coming, and it's motivational. Something like that will put you in the gym consistently. Yo, I'm cruising in 5 months. That gives me 5 months to get these guns up, 5 months to get that six pack. Where you might not do it, but you know, when you don't feel like going, that's when you gotta go. That's when you gotta go, and that cruise just might do it. When you walk out on that LIDO deck, you might want to take that shirt off and be like, show my tats and my muscles, and or my bikini, and I got it popping, pow, pow. You might want to do that, but like it's just a motivation. But on that topic, don't go crazy with that situation. Like, don't worry about all that. It's not a fashion show. You don't need to bring 10 bags of luggage and change your clothes every 10 minutes. You don't have to, I'm too skinny, I'm too fat, what are you gonna cruise about? Disregard all that, B. It's your vacation, it's your life. Go live your life. You're gonna see everybody on there, all types, race, creeds, and colors, sizes, and shapes. And it's all love, baby. It's all love. Go there for you and meet the other wonderful, fantastic people that decided to do the same thing you do and were blessed and fortunate enough to be on the ship. That's it. That's it. It's no deeper than that. Don't make it crazy. It's a vacation. So why would you be on vacation stressing and pressuring yourself over how I look and I don't have the right clothes and I'm not fancy enough? I don't care how you move, be it flip-flops, Jordans, expensive clothes. You don't have to do all that. Don't pressure yourself. Don't do all that. Pack a bag, throw some tank tops and some shorts in. That's all it is. That's all it really is. They do have formal nights on some cruises, and you can dress up for formal nights. So you can be anywhere from just a button down to a full suit or a tuxedo even. I see people do tuxedos and full-blown red carpet sequin gowns. Do that if that's you. If that's your first cruise, especially your first cruise, you might want to do that. You might want to go to that formal night and get dressed to the nines and take those pictures and do all that. The first cruise, you might want to do that. As you cruise more, you might decide that, all right, I did it once, I'm done with that. Like me personally, I don't bring suits on cruises anymore, but I did it on my first one. You know what I mean? You got live the life, live the experience it once. Get that one flick in your tuxedo and you did it, Or you might really like that. That might be your thing. You might want to go on the cruise for a formal night. That might be your thing. That's what's beautiful about cruising. It could be your thing on so many levels, of entertainment, involvement, interest. Like for me, cigars is a big part of my downtime, my leisure. I love cigar smoking. So for me, ships with cigar lounges reign supreme for me. That's why I love Norwegian. Their cigar lounge, the humidor, is wonderful. You go in there and it's dedicated to cigar smokers. You can buy cigars on the ship, leather couches, well ventilated. Sometimes you have a great view where you are. And you can go in there and smoke your cigars, man. Sometimes I may have come out of the room, I may have recorded something. I bring my headphones, I want to listen to it, sit back, smoke my cigar. I bring a whole arsenal. Sometimes I'll spend more money on a cigar. Like, I may smoke everyday cigars that may cost $2 to $5 or whatever. And then sometimes you have those sticks that you love, but they cost more money. You can't smoke them every day, but the cruise is a perfect opportunity to bring that $20, $30, $50, $100 cigar, Cohiba, that special Vejique for my cigar smokers. You know what it is. And that's the time to do it. I always make sure I usually go on a solo cruise for my birthday, in January. Shout out to the Capricorns. And I always make sure I buy one of the most expensive cigars that I love to smoke, but I can't really afford to smoke every day. But I buy one for that cruise for my birthday night. I make sure I have the steakhouse booked for that night. So I go have that fantastic ribeye, that fantastic wine, and then I go have that superb bourbon or whiskey and that $20, $30, $40, $50 cigar in the cigar lounge and celebrate another cycle around the sun. Thank you, God, for another year. It's cruising, B. That's cruising. You can find what you need to satisfy your soul. So with that being said, I covered my 10 points. I hope you enjoyed this. I don't know, I went on kind of long. I didn't intend to, but like I said, sometimes the spirit moves, you're gonna just keep going. The next vlogs will be a little more disciplined. Maybe my set will be a little bit better. The quality will be a little better. But like I said, no more procrastination. I had to do it. I had to record this video today. I have to upload it. I've been studying a lot on editing and how to post this and how to post that, and you know, doing other things while at the same time trying to do my little music hustle level to make money so I can afford to go on cruises. You know, we're gonna see how it pans out. You will find on my cruise site, on my channel, eventually, cruise vlogs I'll be posting of cruises that I've taken once I put them together and edit them. I'm on the IG, it's Cabin Fever. Hit me up, follow me. I followed a lot of my favorite content creators already on Instagram. And like I said, I'm gonna add this list for the people that motivate me. I wanna say thank you to you because you entertain me, you give me information, and you motivate me to do what it is that I love, and I appreciate you for it, man. If you're going through rough times, even in your vlog situation, in your content creation, keep the faith, baby. Keep the faith. Keep pushing. Keep grinding. You may have only 2,000 subscribers. Next month it might be 4, it may be 10,000. Some people have 100,000. Keep grinding, but enjoy the journey, B. Enjoy the journey. It's not the destination, it's the journey. Enjoy it along the way. If you're not enjoying it along the way while you're doing it, stop doing it and find that thing that you enjoy doing along the way. Right? For me, I love cruising and I love making people happy. So this is what I'm doing to make myself happy and to hopefully bring you some information and entertainment, and hopefully, you know, when I start booking those group cruises, cruise with me and let's do that thing. Alright? You see me on a cruise, holla at me. I'm gonna have on this shirt, or I'm gonna have on my hat. I got the merch coming soon. If you want that Cabin Fever, it's cruise day, I'm gonna have the merch coming soon. But anyway, that's it, man. My name is Rome. Again, I'm signing off now. I appreciate you if you stayed all this time to see this. Please like, subscribe, and share. It helps me out. It motivates me. It helps my algorithm, the whole deal. You know what I mean? That's the corporate side of it. But at the end of the day, I just want you to enjoy your life because I'm enjoying it. This doesn't feel like work to me. I feel good just sitting down and talking. That's why I went on so long. I got a little bit long-winded. I went on a tangent, got off topic sometimes. But sometimes I'm gonna do that. I might get philosophical. I might do a vlog on cigar. I might do a vlog on stir fry. I might do a vlog because I like cooking too. I might do a vlog on how to put down laminate floors. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a different channel for that. But I'm gonna do what I do because I'm living this stage of my life happy. So with that being said, that's it, man. Until the next time. Keep it moving, keep it cruising, be beautiful to yourself and be beautiful to others. Rome, Cabin Fever signing out. Peace.